In this video, I'm going to explain how to use the dash. So the dash is basically a type of punctuation that's used in place of a comma to show either emphasis or clarity. Now, one thing before I get into some examples is I want to explain the difference between a dash and a hyphen on your keyboard, because a lot of students make this mistake. Many of them will type the hyphen key once when they mean to use a dash, and that's not correct. The hyphen is a different punctuation mark, and really it's just a little bit shorter than a dash. But to create the dash, what you just do is you hit the hyphen key twice. And in most word processors, it'll kind of join the two hyphens together into a long line. Sometimes you'll still see a little space between them, but both forms of the dash are correct. So just make sure to hit that hyphen key twice. All right, now how to use the dash. Okay, for clarity, the dash is useful when you have a list of items that are being offset with commas. So remember, in a list, we may have commas within it. So for example, preparing to graduate high school, comma, finding a job, comma, and buying a car, comma. These are all hallmarks of independence for a young adult. Now, this is perfectly fine. It's grammatically correct, and it would work as a sentence, but maybe if you want to add a little emphasis to this list or provide clarity, since there's so many commas already at the beginning of the sentence, maybe to emphasize when the real dependent clause starts, you might want to just change that last comma after car to a dash. Another example could be learning to be independent, comma, such as graduating high school, comma, finding a job, comma, and buying a car, comma, are all important milestones for young adults. Again, this sentence is grammatically correct and it's punctuated correctly, but because we have an independent clause or a dependent clause interrupting this independent clause here at the end with a bunch of commas in the middle, it might help the reader to set it off this whole dependent clause with dashes. So we could say learning to be independent dash, such as graduating high school, finding a job, and buying a car dash are all important milestones for young adults. So mainly the dash is used to just help the eye understand how the sentence is broken up into different sections. Now, another way to use the dash is for emphasis. Maybe you want to punch up a certain part of the sentence to make it stand out. So if we had the sentence, when he was a baby way back when, he would always clap when Jeopardy came on the TV. Now this is punctuated correctly, but maybe I want to add a little emphasis of maybe how long ago this was when he was a baby. I could offset the phrase way back when with dashes. Or if I want to add a little more emphasis to this sentence, Jace has an attitude problem, if you know what I mean. So I can replace the comma right here with a dash to just add a little more emphasis. So the main thing to realize with the dash is that it's pretty much always going to be used to replace a comma that would already be grammatically correct in the sentence, but the dash can just add more clarity for your eye or add some emphasis if you want to make a section stand out. All right, I hope this video helped you understood the correct ways to use a dash.